Now, to the business of the day. 30 minutes is gone already. To the business of the day, mastering objections. There are lots of objections here, but I'm going to do nation by nation. So the first I'm going to tell you is this. Perception is not reality. But in most cases, perception can overshadow reality to a point where it seems to become reality. That I come out and I'm shabbily dressed and I'm wearing a rag on top doesn't mean I am poor. But anybody that looks at me, the perception is that this person is broke or this person is poor. That's the perception. But the reality doesn't mean I am broke or I am poor. So in as much as perception tends to overshadow reality, perception is not reality. Reality is reality. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because the world is ruled by perceptions. The world is not ruled by reality. That's why we make mistakes. Mistake happens when you misjudge. That's when mistake happens. So when you mistake perception for reality, you put things where it's not supposed to be because reality is reality. Let me give an example. Unfortunately, the country is going through a trying period and I'm concerned. When Donald Trump, this is not a political stage, but it concerns all of us, that's why I'm talking about it. When Donald Trump came and said, we're going to come gun a-blazing. Our country is a disgraced nation. We're going to come gun a-blazing and we're going to be sweet. When he made that comment, a group of thoughts came and said, thank you for coming. Please come already. Another group of thoughts said, no, he's coming to take our mineral resources. Now listen to this. The group of thought that said he's coming to take our mineral resources, he's coming to cause more problem, he's coming to take our resources. That is a perception. The group of thought that says, we need him to come. In fact, he needs to come. That is also a perception. So what we have are two perceptions. But how do we find out reality? The group of thought that says he's coming to take our mineral resources. Look at where they went there. Look at Libya. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So if they are coming because Nigeria is no longer importing crude from America. They are coming because we have a lot of mineral resources. They are coming because they don't go anywhere that are no mineral resources. Why all of a sudden are they interested in us? That means they are coming because of our mineral resources. That is a perception. The group that says, no, we need them to come. This is above the government. Or the government cannot help out. This is above the government. Come. That is the perception. The group that says, government is complicit in this thing. Government is complicit in this thing. The group that says government is complicit is based on, I think one of the former presidents, I think General Sani Abacha said, if insurgency lasts more than 24 hours, government is involved. If government is not involved, why is it that they're removing security operatives before an attack? If government is not involved, why is it that if government are not complicitly involved, how come do you transfer ransom into an account that has BVN and you cannot bring anybody to book. If government is not involved, how come they're using banks to move these monies and nobody is being checked? That is a perception. And perceptions are based on evidences. Perceptions are based on hypotheses. Perceptions are based on experiences. So I've given you 3 perceptions. The perception that says they are coming to take our mineral resources. They're not just saying it because they want to say it. They're saying it citing experiences, evidences, substantiative evidences that show that when these people come to a place, they go to a place that have mineral resources and they leave you worse off. Based on that, this is their perception. The ones are saying that they should come already because government cannot help the whole matter. They're saying if government can help the whole matter, we have gone from regime change to regime change. It seems that they're even killing the officers. And they're telling you if government can solve this problem, they would have solved these things. It's overwhelming. They need help. Their perception is based on substantiative evidences. The people that are saying that the government is complicit in this thing, they cannot tell me that government is not complicit. That's their perception. And they can tell you based on what I'm seeing. How can intelligence come to you and you don't do anything? How can you deploy soldiers? Who gave the orders to deploy soldiers before this? Who did this? Now, what I'm saying is this. All these are perceptions, but we don't know which one is reality. And when you mistake perception for reality, you make an error. Let me explain. If I come out with dressing in rags or ruggedly dressed, and because of that you look at me and say, this person, you perceive me as a poor person, and you treat me as a poor person, you have erred. Maybe you're coming to ask, we've seen this thing in skits, you're coming to seek employment, and I'm the owner of the organization, and I'm the MD CEO, and I'm just wearing a t-shirt and sneakers, and I'm looking like one of your sons, and you look at me and you perceive, no, this person is a young man trying to survive. Look at his sneakers, he's even dirty. Look at his shirt, and you use your perception and say, no, you even send me an error. I beg, oh boy, come here, I beg, help us get this thing. Your perception has led you to take a position that is an error. And because of that position you have taken, you have failed, you have erred. Because the moment you treat me that way, or you don't even greet me, or maybe I ask you, oh, please, can you help us bring those chairs? You're like, who is this small boy coming to? You have looked at me, I'm looking like a small boy. But you don't know I'm the owner of the company, and I'm not that small, and I'm not small in the first place. But your perception, maybe this person not even, some people have seen me before and say, this guy is a student. No, that's perception. And it's wrong. And if you take actions based on that perception, you come into error. You come into failure. When they ask you 2 + 2, you say 5, you have failed. When people fail in life consistently, they end up poor, they end up broke, they end up in a disadvantaged position. When you make the right judgment, you end up in the right position. So people that succeed in life are people that make the right judgment all the time, or most of the time. So out of 100 questions, you answer 80 or 90 correctly, you have passed, you have an A. Out of 100 questions, you answer 70 correctly, you have an A. Out of 100 questions, you answer 40 correctly, you have an E. You answer 30 correctly, you have failed. So every day you are answering questions. And at the end of the day, what your life is as a function of the marking script of the questions you have answered for the past 6 months. Where I am today is as a result of the questions I've answered in the past 8 years of my life. 8, 10 years, 9 years of my life. That is the state I am now. See, if you're an A student, if you graduate with first class or 2-1, they didn't just give you 2-1. It's as a result of how you have answered the questions of the course of your department, of the discipline, over a period of 4 years or 5 years. How you have answered those questions has culminated to the result that you have. First class, 2-1, whether you're a dropout, whether you pass, whether you're a failure, it is how correctly have you answered questions leading up to that point. So the state of our lives today is how correctly have you answered the questions of your life leading to where you are. And you answer those questions based on your perceptions. So if your perceptions is truth or reality, it's a good. If your perception is false or you're mistaken, it's wrong. So the outcome of your life is as a result of how many of your perceptions are right or how many of your perceptions are wrong. So I just gave 3 perceptions now. Then how do I now find out which of the perception is right or which of the perception is wrong? That is why we're doing this training. So, mastering objections is the ability to help somebody check whether his perception is right or wrong. And how do you help that person? It's not by superimposing your perception. That's where we miss it. Somebody come and tells you, oh, somebody gives you an objection. That is perception. So what we usually do is that we want to superimpose our own perception over that person. No. What makes you feel that your perception is correct in the first place? What makes you feel that your perception, everybody believes that their perception is reality. But like I've told you guys, perception is not reality. But everybody believes their own perception is the truth. But there can only be one reality out of all these 3 perceptions. It may not even be each of these perceptions. It may be a combination of both. So, mastering objections is coming to a point where you help people take their perception and throw it in the light. Mastering objection is the ability to bring illumination to somebody's perception. Then the person will now see, is this right or is it wrong? So the person that looked at you and feels, oh, because you're wearing rag or because you're wearing just a t-shirt. You look at Mark Zuckerberg, he's wearing a t-shirt. You say, this one must be a junior staff. So what people need to tell you, it's not come to tell you your perception is wrong. What they will tell you, he may be wearing a t-shirt, but you see that t-shirt is wearing. Look at, it is Prada. Do you know how much Prada t-shirt is? How much is Prada t-shirt? Some Prada t-shirts go for $5,000. All of a sudden, that perception that you have that this person must be a junior staff, light begins to dawn on that perception. Oh, really? Remember that your perception is as a result of your experiences, the evidences, and the information that you have. That is what has curated your perception. So if a higher information, higher evidence, higher experience comes to you, it begins to weigh down your perception. So what we'll do is not tell you, no, our own perception is better. No. What we'll do, I will shine light on your particular perception. I'm not bringing my perception to send to you. I'm shining light on your own perception. And when light comes on the matter, you begin to see clearly. Let me explain further. Man is a three-dimensional being. What I mean by three-dimensional is, as I am now, I don't know what is happening in my house. I don't know. Listen to me carefully. Because I don't know what is happening in my house, I am disadvantaged. Because if I'm going to make a decision now, I'm going to make a decision. Remember that our decision comes from our perception. Our perception comes from the information that we have available, the evidence we have available, and the experiences we have available. So this experience, information, and evidence are limited as a man. I can't see what is happening downstairs. I can't see what is happening. Somebody might be on top of my car now. I can't see. I don't know. If I can see what is happening in my house, maybe I will stop this meeting and start running home. But I can't see. If I see what's happening in my car, maybe I say, please give me 2 minutes. So somebody is trying to boggle my car. I will leave here. Give me 2 minutes. I'll go and say, hey. But because of our limited position, we need light. We need constant illumination to guide us aright. We need constant. That is why spirits have an added advantage. Because the spirit is standing here, he sees what happens all across 100 meters radius, 100 kilometers radius. He does not, this wall that is blocking me from seeing what's happening on the other side, it doesn't block spirits. That is why people pray. That is why even the people on the negative side of the divide, they consult spirits because they are limited. That's why we also pray. We need spirits to guide us because we are limited. We are limited because by the virtue of our dimension, we are limited. So you need the help of somebody. As Newton said, if I had seen farther than my peers, it's because I've stood on the shoulders of giants. So, because of our three-dimensional nature, we constantly need light, illumination, to guide and inform our perception, to balance it so that we don't make the wrong choices. Because the choices we make ultimately defines our destiny. If you make too many wrong choices, you end up as a failure. If you make too many right choices, you end up as a success. But those choices are based on the perception that you have. Those perceptions are based on the experiences, evidence, information that you have, which are limited by virtue of you being three-dimensional. So you need external light and illumination to shine on your perception, not just on your experiences. It will shine on your perception. You need added experience, added information, added evidences. And that is why we're here. Let me take it a bit further. With the example I said, I give you 3% of what's happening in the country. The person that is saying, oh, they are coming to take our national resources. So if I'm of the perception that no, that's not what is happening, I don't need to superimpose my perception on the person. No. I need to throw more light. And I will tell you, wait a minute. I'm showing the basis of mastering objections. Wait a minute. If they are coming to take our natural resources, are you aware that this same country sends aids and subsidies to the tune of so $1 million every year? $1 billion every year. Are you aware? If they want to take your resources, all they need to do is, this money we're sending you in aid, with this money we're sending you in aid, we need to exchange it for mineral resources. If it's the mineral resources I want, and I'm already sending you aid, does it not make sense to say, okay, no problem, let us exchange. If I want something from you and I have something, I can say, okay, no problem. You know what? All the aid that we're giving to you, I won't give you that aid. please give me this minerals in exchange for the aid. That is light. Are you sure? Yes. Go and check how much they send in terms of subsidy. Most of the retroviral drugs are heavily subsidized. Most of the drugs we have are heavily subsidized. Apart from the oil company, the second institution that paid the most are all these United Nations, all these agents that get grants. Those are the people that pay the most. And those are grants that they get. Person say, but, okay, hold on. Even if they want to come and collect your mineral resources, are mineral resources more valuable than the lives that are being lost? Even if okay, they want to come and collect mineral resources, are you equating mineral resources to lives? Are people not being killed? If somebody wants to come and say, I want to stop him from killing, are you not even supposed to give him some mineral resources so that he can save lives? Are lives of people, what are the mineral resources now? What more than the lives of people that are dying? The person begins to change. You begin to throw more illumination. Oh, that's true. If you have a family and somebody wants to come and kill one of your children, one of your family members, and tell you give him money, will you not give him phone? Will you tell him no? I will keep phone. Kill my family members. Is that what you do? No. Take my car. Take my money. Take my phone. Because the lives of these people are worth more than these mineral resources. So even if they are coming to take mineral resources and they are going to stop the killings, is it not a welcome development? I have not come to tell this person, no, this is not life. No, what I'm doing is bringing illumination. You now tell the person, what if okay, they might take your mineral resources, but now take the initiative and say, okay, fine. I know you want, if it's mineral resources you want to take, and also you also let the person know that no sovereign country can invade another sovereign country's mineral resources without the complicitness of the people leaders. It's not possible. It's not possible. They can't just come and if they are taking mineral resources, they cannot come behind the back and take mineral resources. They are not spirits. So they must have the complicitness of the leaders. So if they still want to do it, they don't need to talk, they'll still go and do it. They don't take mineral resources without having complicitness. So why not take the advantage? Why not take the initiative and go and say, okay, fine. Even if they come to take mineral resources, can't you draft an agreement? Okay, fine. You're mining this one. You're mining this one. Are you aware that some mineral resources that we don't have the capacity to mine? In the next 100 years, those mineral resources will be there. We don't have the capacity to mine it. If another company says, we want to come and mine this, and it's okay, if you mine this, make sure that 95% of the people you are going to be recruiting are our citizens. You can bring, if you go to Dubai, they will tell you any company that you bring in Dubai, the MD must be an Emirati. Those are structures. Now what I'm saying is this. In mastering objections, you don't superimpose your perception on another person's perception. What you do is that you throw light, you throw illumination, and allow the person to tinker with it. When the person begins to tinker, the person's perception begins to change, because he now begins to understand that his own perception is not even reality after all. Because I didn't have this information. I didn't have this information. I didn't have this experience. I didn't have this evidence. I didn't have this evidence. When evidences intermingle with his previous evidences, his or her perception begins to change little by little. That is the bane of mastering objections. So in network marketing, we have a lot of objections. And those objections are based on the experiences, the information, the evidences that they have, that they've been decoded with. You tell somebody now, come to Nigeria, they will tell you, if I come to Nigeria, I will die. That is That's what he's saying on the news. If you go to Kano, if you go to Maiduguri, bomb from the airport, bomb will take you. You cannot change his perception because that's the evidence he's hearing. But if you tell him that, do you know in this same country, if you give him raw data, this same Maiduguri you are talking about, in the past 1 year from now, so people are the people that have been killed. In fact, in some of your states have recorded more deaths than this Maiduguri you are talking about. These are facts. These are evidence. Are you sure? Yes. Google it. Verify it. And the person says, oh. So what I'm saying is this. In order to effectively master objections of people, you must bring light and illumination to them to tamper with their perception. And that's where the journey begins. My time is spent. My time is gone already. So, I've not even started, but I had to give this foundation so that when we start, we might probably have to do this again tomorrow because I've not even handled any of the objections. But I want you to have this understanding so that when we start, you now know when somebody tells you, I don't have money, you know what to tell the person. Now, before I round up for today's session, because it's almost 9, I have less than 15 minutes, because I want this meeting to end about 9:15 on the dot. I want to let you know that network marketing is not a business that is under trial. If you understand this statement, you live here and go and eat eba. You go home and go and sleep. It's not a business that we're trying to check. Is it true? Is it not true? Can it work? Can it not work? That's even the foundation. You need to even understand the business that you're doing. It's not a business that is under trial. It's not a business we are trying to check. Can it work? Can it not work? Next year will be 10 years. The company we're partnering with will be 20 years next year. 20 years next year. They are doing their 20 years anniversary, April next year. It's not a business. Any child that has gone to 20 years old, are you not thinking, will this child survive? Will he not survive? It's not a business that we're trying to check. Can it work? Can it not work? No. That is why we bank our lives on it. The year network marketing started in the early 1950s. In 1978, go and Google it. It's online. FTC legal battle against Amway. That was when network marketing would have been shut down globally. That legal battle was the longest legal battle American government had over an entity. The battle of network marketing is not starting today. In 1978, there were 4 years American government fought Amway. Amway is the first legitimate, so to say, network marketing that existed. They are still around till today. Network marketing is the model of business that was created in the early 50s. It was an idea that popped into humanity from beyond. That instead of using middlemen to move goods and services, instead of using middlemen to move goods and services, eliminate middlemen and deal with the final consumer. It is an idea. It's just like this phone now. There is nothing that you will do that this phone, you come to a point where this phone will be in extinction. It's not possible. Once an idea is bettered on earth, it doesn't go anywhere. It is created, you can't destroy it. The first law of physics says matter can be transferred from one point to another. It cannot be destroyed. So once an idea had entered this universe, it cannot go into extinction. That's something you need to know. Be- 50 years ago, there was nothing like phone. This world is, some people say it's 6,000, maybe 7 is millions of years. I don't know whatever you believe. But this world is old enough. But 50 years ago, there was nothing like phone. Let me shock you. The things that brought about this phone that I'm using was not created afresh. They have been around. There is nothing that you see today that all of a sudden God created afresh. No, these things were around, but the intelligence was not made available yet. The idea was not made available. The reason the idea was not made available is that ideas like this come from yonder. And once they permeate the universe, it can't go. Just like artificial intelligence, we can never live in a world where there will be no artificial intelligence. 5 years ago, 7 years ago, there was no artificial intelligence. But the spirit has whispered it to existence. It can't go anywhere. So it's either you align yourself, it can't go. It can't go. So I say internet will go. It can't go. It can't go. Once it has come to stay, it has come to stay. It's an idea. It's as real. Network marketing is an idea that entered into the space. All of a sudden, instead of using middlemen to get to the final consumer, let us eliminate middlemen and use the final consumer. And let us give incentives to those final consumer so they can become our middlemen that will push it to other people. It's just like an idea. Once it comes, eureka, it ain't going nowhere. So when network marketing came as an idea in 1978, I think in 1974, Amway legal battle with FTC. FTC is like the Security Exchange Commission of America. They fought Amway for 4 years. They now realize, this can't go anywhere. Because the more you're fighting an idea, the more it's multiplying. The more you're killing them, the more they're multiplying. It's an idea. So they tried to kill it in 1978. America, with his weighty power, couldn't kill it. Forget that Abiodun on the street. He can't kill your business. Don't bother about Kelechi on the roadside. He cannot kill your business. Don't bother about Aminu. He cannot kill your business. Just don't think anybody can bring it. It has come to stay. That's the first thing I need to tell you. People have been saying it's a scam. We started 2016. People have been saying it's a scam from 2016 till now. It can't kill it. It's a spirit. It's alive. It's an idea. It's an entity. Every entity has its modus operandi. So if you want to succeed, don't fight it. Find out how does this thing work and align yourself to it. The second thing I'm going to say about our business is, number one is, it can't shut down. It can't die. So what will ask me, but we've had some network marketing organizations that have come and today they are no more. Soldier come, soldier go, barrack remain. It is the ideology that will stand. So if you have an understanding that is an ideology, so even if the person that started this idea, just like Diamond Project now, you say Diamond Project will end. It's because you don't understand that it's really an ideology. When I leave this earth, it will continue. All of us will leave this earth. Diamond Project will continue. It's an ideology that has been bettered into the space. You can't help it. Even if you want, bring China, bring North Korea. Oh, you don't get it now. You don't understand. It can't end. It's an ideology. Just like Christianity or the Islam religion. If you want to wipe out any of these things, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. It can't end. It can't end. It's an ideology that has come to tap. You cannot say one day you wipe out Christian from the world or one day wipe out Islam from the world. Don't waste your time. Don't waste, save your breath. It's an ideology. Do you know how Christians were persecuted? Oh, people were hunted like rabbits. What are you talking about? The government that beat those days. Now we have civilization. Those days, if they want you dead, they don't try you. If a king wants you dead, slaughter him. They don't. This one that will go to court, go to this. If they want you dead, they will hunt you down and kill you. They were hunting these people to kill them, to finish them. They can't be finished. It's an ideology. The more you kill, the more people rise. Diamond Project is an ideology that came into from yonder. You can't kill. Even me can't stop it. Network marketing is an ideology. It can't be stopped. So it's either you leave it alone or you align yourself with it. 20 years from today, it will still be blossoming. When we started, I told them, in 2016, I told them in 2020, people will still be running. The persecution we faced in 2016, the persecution we faced in 2016, that was when MMM came to Nigeria. People were committing suicide. So they think MMM is MLM. Network marketing is multi-level marketing. People think MMM, they grouped us all the same thing. There is no battle we did not face. We have not even started. As I'm talking to you, we're about to start. We're about to even generate the greatest force. We're about to disciple this nation on network marketing. Save your energy. Just save your strength. It's beyond us. It's an ideology that can't be stopped. Because the source of that ideology is not physical. That's the number one thing. Number two is that network marketing has a code of conduct. If you follow that code of conduct, you'll arrive at the destination. As I'm talking to you now, if you understand network marketing, you won't bother about people's objections. Network marketing is the only business where the final consumer, all the final consumers deal directly with the manufacturer. There is no middleman. Everybody is a distributor. Even the person you connect even the person you bring is not buying from you. Your leader is not selling you products. I'm not the middleman. Your leaders are not when you pay to the company. Everybody is dealing with the manufacturer. And because of that, we have excess money available. So I'm going to round up by saying, because my time is almost up, I'm going to round up by saying this. In mastering objections, all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to ask the leaders to collate these questions for tomorrow. So we're going to have this meeting again tomorrow. Please come by 9 o'clock on the dot. Because I'm going to start 9 o'clock on the dot. I'm going to start 9:05. So by 9 o'clock on the dot, by 8:05, sorry. Come by 8 o'clock on the dot. By 8:05, I'm starting. I'm going to explain to you. I'm not going to change anybody's person. I'm not going to change I'm just going to show you light. By the time I flood you with light, by the time I flood you with illumination, verifiable facts. It's not audio. Something you can take and go and verify. By the time I flood you with illumination, it will tamper with your perception and it tamper with the choices that you make. Do you know why people don't do this business full time? It's because they don't know that this business has the ability to give them full-time income. They don't know. Why don't they know? Because Mama Nkechi did it. He's still asking for money. I know someone that's done it for 6 years. The person is still trekking. You that is doing it for 10 years. Have you bought a private jet? That is perception based on experiences, evidences, information that you have. What if I supply you a superior argument or superior light or superior information that you can verify? What would you now do? This person you think has done it for 6 years and still trekking. What if I show you that he has not done the business for more than 4 months? What if I can prove to you that he has not done this business for more than 6 months? What does it mean to do a business? Is it to say I have signed up? I've paid money. Paying money, does it mean doing a business? Anybody can pay money. Is this person doing the business? Can we take this person? Can we take this person as a case study? Let us find out whether this person has actually done the business for 6 years. What exactly? You sit down and the person tells, I signed up now. I signed up. So doing the business means you signed up. Is that your definition of doing the business? I signed with a 1 million naira package. Come, let me show you. I've done this business. The products are in my garage. And the question is that you paid 1 million naira to buy product. Does it mean I've done the business of network marketing? So your personal business has done it for 6 years and is still trekking. What if I show you, if I supply you evidence that shows that this person have actually not done this business for more than 2 weeks or 3 weeks? Yes, he signed up 6 days ago. He carried his product and he dumped. Yes, he has signed up, doesn't mean he has done the business. What if I show you that this person has actually not done the business for 3 months? Will that change your perception? So, what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is shedding light, shedding illumination, verifiable facts. My time is up. Verifiable facts. And with that verifiable facts, you can go into the marketplace and help people understand better. Ladies and gentlemen, my time is up. See you guys tomorrow.